Good morning, this is Dick Zondag, the Garden Doctor, and this morning we're going to talk a little bit about iris. Okay, it's about 3 or 4 weeks after the iris have blossomed, and it's time to do some division. You can see that I have a clump of iris in my front yard, and it's starting to get too large. And so what we're going to do this morning is show you how you can divide the iris and get maybe get half a dozen clumps out of one clump. So first off, you've got to dig around the clump to make sure that you're getting most of the roots out. Nice healthy clump. Want to leave as much of the soil behind as possible. So we have the clump here. You can tear some of it apart because it's a pretty large clump. We're just going to take half of it and I'll show you. Okay, the center rhizome is the one that flowered this year. And so now it's making the fans for the next. So I like to save this middle clump because a lot of times it has smaller ones on it. So what I do is take the flower stalk off. So we get our clippers and we just make a diagonal cut on the iris. So this is the rhizome that I split in two. You can see another little one here, and there are probably other little ones coming below that. So this is the one that I'll be replanting in the area where I took that one out because I love that iris and I want to keep it going. But then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other divisions that I can share with my neighbors, and probably another half a clump that will get that many out of 2. Okay, so this is the division that I chose to replant, so we're going to put it back in the same spot. So we want to plant it so that that rhizome is right at ground level, because if you plant it too deep it becomes very susceptible to the iris spore. And so we're just going to stick it in here. Pull the soil back around it. And it's ready to grow. What I'll do tonight is fertilize it so that it gets growing. Water it. So we have had a couple of rains in the last week, but still want to get those roots in and get the air pockets out from underneath them, and that iris will grow and we'll have pretty flowers next spring again. If this video was of interest to you, please subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we put out another video. One of my favorite flowers, iris.